Hello everyone, Jennifer Maker here. It is a beautiful day to make something quick and easy together. It's that time of the year when we can all get a little stressed, let's be honest, and sometimes we just need a fast and easy gift. If this sounds anything like you, I have some great news for you. Inspired by the always popular 12 Days of Christmas song, I have come up with 12 really cool and really easy last-minute gift ideas that you can make with a Cricut cutting machine to alleviate your stress. These are sure to impress and may even give you a chance to rest, knowing that you've got some amazing gifts to give to the ones that you love. So join me over in my workshop so I can show you all of the goodies. Finding the perfect gift for everyone on your list can be a real challenge, let's be honest. So that's why I'm sharing some really great gift ideas, many that can be made in 15 minutes or less, no kidding. Honestly, this has been one of my favorite projects to date. Not only are these gifts fun to make, and they truly are, but they are so cute, and you can tell they are really gifts from the heart. And many of these can be personalized, which I absolutely love to do. And all you need is a few supplies to make all of these projects. I spent hours coming up with these fun gift ideas to hopefully save you time and inspire you to spread some cheer and love. And by the way, if you don't have a Cricut cutting machine yet, I've got my Cricut Maker here and my Joy right there. Maybe you want one for Christmas, maybe for your birthday. I recommend you share this video so whoever might be thinking about getting you a gift but is still on the fence can see all of the amazing things that you can do with a Cricut. So let's take a look at what we're going to need to make these 12 quick and easy gifts. I wanted to keep this super simple, and I mean super simple, so I only used two materials, permanent vinyl and iron-on vinyl. That's it. That is all that you need to make these projects. That's what makes this so great. And these gifts aren't only for the holidays. Most are good for any occasion. I'm teaching you the techniques so that you can apply what you are learning here to your own projects as well, which is really my mission, to help you craft a life you love. And you know I love sharing, and this time I am sharing a lot. More than 30 designs that you can mix and match to make so many different things, and they are all my gift to you. We have designs for dad and mom, things for Christmas and home decor, designs for crafters, weekenders, and travelers, signed designs of all sorts, his and her designs, and family designs. And there's something for every occasion and everyone on your gift list. And I mean everyone, because you can put these designs on anything that you can think of. Shirts for the whole family, a wine bag, or a makeup bag for a friend, or how about a pillow or a tote bag? There are so many possibilities. Now, it would take forever to show you how to make each one of these projects, and honestly, there are too many possible combinations. So I'm going to show you how to make 3 different projects, which will help teach you the skill set to make all of them on your own. But first, let me show you everything so you can see all of the fun stuff and decide what you want to make. Then stick around till the end, and I will show you step by step all of the basics for applying these designs to make the easiest and best DIY gifts this year. So let's start with something super simple. A mug. I made this mug using holographic vinyl along with my Merry and Bright design. Isn't it just so pretty? I just love the look of holographic vinyl. It makes the mug look so festive. You could also add some names or the year to make this a little more personal. This is a great and inexpensive gift for anyone on your list. Maybe a teacher or a helper. You could add a Starbucks gift card or maybe include a nice box of tea or chocolates or candy. Okay, next up, another sweet and simple gift. candles. I just love these adorable candles. You can put any one of my free designs right on the lid. So cute. Then pop this cute candle into a gift bag and add a sweet note or a gift tag. You can make a bunch of these in an afternoon or maybe sell them at a craft fair. Another gift idea is to pair a candle with a bath bomb or bubbles. The gift of relaxation is something we could all use more of. Speaking of relaxing, how about a pretty pillow? I just love all these pillows. I made 2 holiday designs, one for the family and one that says Home Sweet Home. This would make such a great housewarming gift. You can even add some personalization to make it extra special. Include a bottle of wine and some fun wine glasses and you've got a great gift. Another great gift that goes with wine is a wine bag. Again, you can really use any of my free designs on these or anything you want. I made a simple thank you wine bag that works for pretty much any occasion. And then 2 holiday designs. These are great for holiday parties. Now, I think everyone can use a new tote bag. I use them for everything. I made a couple of fun travel designs. These would be great for group trips, a destination wedding, or just a weekend getaway to the beach. Add some sunblock and one of my awesome personalized beach towels, and you are ready to go. Check out my blog at jennifermaker.com for the full beach towel tutorial. And since we all love to craft, you know I had to include a fun craft design. Just drop in some of your favorite craft supplies like vinyl or yarn, some fabric, and then maybe a gift card to Michael's or Joann's and give the gift of creativity. These totes are also excellent for going to the grocery store. A toiletry bag like this one also makes a wonderful gift. And these are not just for makeup, these bags can be used for so many things. One of my favorites is to use them as a tech bag, a place to store all of my tech accessories like AirPods, charging devices, extra cords and plugs. This way you don't have to worry about where all of that stuff is. And this is especially helpful when traveling. I think Greg could definitely use a few of these. These mini gift pails are perfect for the little ones. You could add pencils, crayons, or markers, or maybe pack them with goodies. Or how fun is this pamper pail? Include everything that you need for a fun mani or pedi, like some nail polish, nail file, clippers, and lotion. This would make a fun party favor for a birthday. Just add names and you are all set. If you're planning a pajama party, I've got you covered there too. How cute are these t-shirts? I love buffalo plaid, especially around the holidays. And how about the Christmas crew designs? These would be so fun for a family photo at Christmas time. Just add some flannel bottoms and say cheese. If you're giving them as a gift, why not pair up your PJs with some comfy socks, a cozy blanket, and some hot cocoa? Next up, something to stay warm during the cold winter days, a matching scarf and glove set. Keep them as a pair or split them up and you have 2 gifts. I added a monogram to mine and I think they turned out really nice. 10 ideas down, 2 to go. Easy Canvas Art is a super popular project that you can make with your Cricut. Add any design to the canvas and you are done. You can make one for every season and you can personalize them. I love making these as gifts and holiday decor. And finally, one of my favorites, I don't know about you, and this might sound crazy, but I love crates. Some might see them as just another box, but it's so much more. I added names to mine, but you can get more creative and add anything you want. They make awesome gift boxes because you can put so much stuff inside. One idea is a barbecue in a box. Add some tools and some really good barbecue sauces and rubs along with a favorite beverage, and you are sure to make the grill master in your life really happy. A family s'mores kit makes a great gift too. And of course, a crate full of crafts is always fun too. Can you believe all this stuff? With 30 designs to choose from and so many ways to use them, your days of worrying about finding the perfect gift are finished. Now, all you need is to know how to make them. Like I said, it would take forever to show you how to make each one of all of these things, but I will show you 3 projects from start to finish, and you can use what you learned to make all of these. Yes, seriously. So let me show you where to get the designs, and then I'm going to show you how to make the magic happen. Step 1. Get my free DIY gift designs. Just go to my blog at jennifermaker.com/362 and look for libraries in the red bar at the top. Then either click Get a Password if you don't yet have one, or click Enter the library. Search the page for design number 362 and then click it to download a zip file with SVG files for cutting on a Cricut or another cutting machine, DXF files, and printable PDFs for cutting by hand. I want to show you how to cut these awesome designs on a Cricut cutting machine. To do this, first upload the SVG cut file to Cricut Design Space. If you're unsure how to unzip and upload SVG files, go to jennifermaker.com/svgs to learn how. Here's what all of my designs will look like in Cricut Design Space. I've included 2 SVG file options for this project. If you want to keep it simple, choose this one titled DIY Cricut Gift Ideas Jennifer Maker SVG. All you need to do is ungroup, hide or delete what you don't want, resize, and make it. If you want to try something a little more advanced and use 2 or 3 colors in your designs, I've also included individual design files. You will find those in the folder titled SVG Files for Layering in the zip file. Remember, you can find all of these designs for free on my blog at jennifermaker.com. Just search for design number 362. Here's another look at all of the designs in Design Space. Remember, there's 2 options. One SVG includes all of the designs in one, and the other includes each individual design where they are ungrouped, so you can add even more customization. We will start with the one that includes all of the designs. First, we need to hide or delete all of the designs that you're not going to make. Your file should still be selected on your canvas, but if it's not, click once on the design and then click Ungroup at the top of the Layers panel. Once everything is ungrouped, you can now click on each design and then click on the eye icon next to each design that you want to hide in the Layers panel, or click Delete at the top of the Layers panel to remove the design entirely. And here's a tip: if you only want to cut a few designs, drag those off to the side. I'm going to move the Merry and Bright design and the Family design to the side. Now click and drag a box over the remaining designs and click Group at the top of the Layers panel. Now you can either hide the group by clicking the eye icon next to it where it says Group in the Layers panel, and that's great if you want to use them later, or you can just hit Delete to remove them from your canvas. I'm going to hide all of the designs that I don't want to make. I may want to come back to them later. You can take this tutorial and apply it to any of the designs, but I'm going to show you how to apply holographic permanent vinyl to a ceramic mug and how to apply iron-on vinyl to a canvas sign and a tote bag. I now have 2 designs left on my canvas in Cricut Design Space: the Merry and Bright design and the Family design. These 2 are going to be cut in 1 color each. I'm going to make the Merry and Bright design with holographic permanent vinyl on a mug. I'm going to use green holographic vinyl, so we need to change the color. I will do that by clicking on the color picker in the top menu and then select this green. I'll also show you how to apply iron-on to a canvas sign. Lastly, I will make the adorable Craft Supplies design on a tote bag with 2 colors of vinyl. Let's upload the design next. For the multicolor design, upload the file in the SVG Files for Layering folder. The design for the Craft Supplies SVG is divided so that we can easily change the colors. So click Upload on the left side of your canvas and then click Upload Image. Click Browse to find that SVG and then click Open. And once uploaded, select it and click Add to Canvas. On the canvas, click Ungroup to separate the SVG. I'm going to accent Craft Supplies in the bow with red. So select Craft Supplies and then press and hold the Shift key to also select the bow. With both selected, click on the color menu and change the color to red or whatever color you want. It will be helpful to cut these so that the 2 lines of each color stay in place. I'm going to select the red layers if they aren't still selected, and then click Attach. You'll want to do the same thing with the 2 black layers of this design. Now select the whole design and click Group, so if you need to resize anything later on, it gets resized together. This design is ready to go, but before we move on, we need to add the personalization to our canvas sign design. So let's get to that next. Click on the text icon and then choose the font that you'd like to use from the drop-down font menu. I chose to personalize my canvas sign with the Times font, but you can use any font you'd like. If you want to upload your favorite font to Cricut Design Space, just go to jennifermaker.com/fonts for a tutorial that walks you through the whole process. Once your font is selected, type your family name in the text box. Click on any blank space on the canvas to exit the text editing mode. Click and drag your personalized name to your design. I found it better to unlock the text to resize it to get the right look. Once you have your personalization just right, you can use the alignment tool to center it just to be sure. Select both your personalization and the family design by clicking and dragging your mouse over both, or by pressing the Shift key as you select both layers. Once they're both selected, click Align and Center horizontally. Once you have it aligned, you need to attach your layers. Again, if both layers aren't still selected, select both and then click Attach. If you'd like to cut the personalization in a different color, then you would not attach it to your design. All right, now that you have your designs ready, we need to make sure they're sized correctly. In order to share all of my designs, some are smaller than you typically use to apply to a gift. You'll definitely want to make sure that you measure the blank space on your gift before sizing your design. This is how I sized my designs for my blank gifts. I chose to make my mug design 3 inches tall, my tote design 11.5 inches wide, and my canvas design 12.5 inches wide. Cricut Design Space has a great feature that helps with sizing called templates. Click on Templates on the left to access all the options. There are a lot to choose from. You can narrow it down by clicking on All Canvas Types at the top and choosing from the drop-down menu, or use the search window to find what you're looking for. Once you pick your template, drag your design on top of it and adjust the sizing accordingly. When you're ready, all you need to do is click Make It. No need to hide the template. It won't show up on the Prepare screen. If you plan to make your canvas design more than 11.5 inches wide, you'll need a 24-inch mat, or you can split the design so that it fits onto 2 12 by 12 inch mats. I have a tutorial that explains exactly how to do that at jennifermaker.com/large wall decal. Or better yet, if you're using a Maker 3 or Explorer 3, you can use smart materials and make extra big designs. Once you have sized all of your designs, you're almost ready to cut it. If you have any designs that are the same color on your canvas and plan to cut them on different types of vinyl, you need to change their colors, otherwise they will appear on the same mat on the next screen. It doesn't matter what color they are on your canvas because you choose the vinyl you put on the cutting mat. When your colors are all set, make sure you have the correct machine selected and then click Make It. Step 2. Cut and weed your vinyl designs. If you're using a Maker 3, Explorer 3, or Joy, you'll be asked if you want to cut your designs without a mat, with a mat, or multiple ways. Just remember that only Cricut Smart Vinyl can be cut without a mat. I will be using multiple materials on the Maker 3, so I'm going to select multiple ways. On the Prepare screen, you will see a preview of the designs that you're about to cut. If you're using the Maker 3 or Explorer 3, select on mat or without mat for each of your mats. If you didn't choose multiple ways like I did, that is. If you're making any of the designs with the iron-on vinyl, it is also important that you toggle mirror on. But permanent vinyl does not need to be mirrored. I am making 2 of my designs with iron-on, so I will toggle those to mirror on. Once your designs are prepared, click Continue on the bottom right. Now it's time to select your material. Cricut Design Space chooses the cut order first, so I'm going to cut the red part of the tote design in glitter iron-on vinyl. So find your material in the list and then select More Pressure. If you don't see your material as an option on the screen, click Browse All Materials to search for it. You need to cut with the shiny side down. So either load it into your Cricut shiny side down if you're using Smart Iron-On like I am here, or put it shiny side down on your machine mat and then load that into your Cricut. Glitter iron-on can sometimes be tricky. I recommend a test cut to make sure your settings will cut through your vinyl. For other tips and tricks, check out jennifermaker.com/Cricut tips. Next, we will cut the mug design. I'm going to select Cricut Holographic Permanent Vinyl in green. Remember, if you don't see your material on the screen, click Browse All Materials and search for your material. Like before, I prefer to cut with more pressure to help get a cleaner cut. Place your vinyl on your mat with a liner against the mat and the pretty side up, and then load your mat into your Cricut and press the flashing button to begin. And lastly, I'm going to cut my canvas sign design and the rest of the tote design on Cricut Smart Iron-On Vinyl in matte black. If you're using Smart Iron-On, make sure you cut a long enough piece. Design Space does tell you how much you need, and if you're using the roll holder, there's no need to cut your vinyl at all. Just make sure your roll is long enough, and then you can trim the vinyl away after the cut. So select the material and then choose More Pressure. And load your material shiny side down and then with the matte side up and cut your material. When your Cricut is all done cutting, unload your vinyl, and then once your designs are all cut, you just want to use your weeding tool to carefully remove the excess vinyl from your designs. Step 3, apply your vinyl designs. Now for the fun part. Your designs are weeded and ready to apply. First, we'll apply the permanent vinyl design to a mug. Cut a piece of transfer tape the same size or slightly larger than your design. Remove the backing from the transfer tape and apply the transfer tape to your vinyl design by holding the transfer tape in the shape of a taco, which is a U shape, and then put the bottom of your taco onto the middle of the vinyl design. Smooth the transfer tape over the decal from the center outward to minimize wrinkles and bubbles. With the transfer tape in place, use a scraper tool to transfer the vinyl decal design to the transfer tape. It's important to scrape it well to transfer the vinyl design. Flip over the vinyl and gently peel away the backing of the vinyl. Now before we apply the vinyl, we will need to clean the mug with some isopropyl alcohol and a lint-free cloth to remove any dirt or dust or adhesive. Then I will rest my mug on a roll of tape to hold it in place while I apply the vinyl. Now align your vinyl design on your mug and press down on the vinyl from the inside outward. You can use your scraper tool to help. Gently peel the transfer tape away from the vinyl and mug. Isn't that just so pretty? Now the totes I'm using are cotton canvas material. If you're using something different, be sure to check what material that your tote is made out of so you can apply the appropriate settings to your Easy Press or iron. You can find the Cricut heat guide over at jennifermaker.com/easypress. We have 2 different types of iron-on vinyl to apply. I'm going to start with the hotter setting for the regular Smart Iron-On Vinyl. I preheated my Easy Press 2 to 340 degrees Fahrenheit for the first application. Lay your tote flat across your Easy Press pressing mat. If you don't have a pressing mat, you can use a folded towel under your tote instead. Preheat the tote for 5 seconds. Lay your design on your tote with the cut vinyl side against the material. The shiny side should be facing up. If you're having trouble centering your design, you can fold your design in half to line up the right and left edges. Make a slight crease down the center of the vinyl, and this won't hurt the vinyl. Place your Easy Press over your design and press your design with light pressure for 30 seconds. Remove the easy press and gently flip over the tote. Press the design from the back for 15 more seconds. Flip the tote back over to the front side, and when the liner is cool to the touch, gently peel it away from the vinyl. Next, we will press the glitter iron-on vinyl. Lower your easy press temperature to 270 degrees Fahrenheit. While it cools, line up the design over the black vinyl. To help align the red vinyl, you can use the center of the bow as a reference point to center the red layer over the black. If the carrier sheet of the vinyl does not completely cover the black, you will need to cover the exposed black vinyl with parchment paper or another piece of liner sheet that doesn't have vinyl on it, of course, or the vinyl will melt against the easy press. So once your easy press is cooled to the correct setting, press the design for 30 seconds with light pressure. When it's done, flip the tote and press it for another 15 seconds from the back. Flip it back, and when the liner is cool to the touch, gently peel it away from your tote. These Cricut iron-on vinyls are cool peel vinyls. If you try to remove the liner too soon, the vinyl will come up. Patience is key for good adhesion to your tote. If your glitter iron-on vinyl still does not stick once it's cool, you can repress it with a little more pressure. Now it's time to make our last DIY gift, a personalized canvas sign. Now, pressing to a stretched raised canvas can be a little tricky because the canvas gives a little when pressure is applied. I recommend folding a towel and placing it under your canvas to help provide pressure under the canvas. A book works well too. If you're using the same canvas designs as I am, you'll want to remove the canvas from the frame before pressing the vinyl. Again, refer to the Cricut heat guide to make sure you're using the correct settings for your materials. Preheat your Cricut Easy Press to 340 degrees Fahrenheit, and then preheat the canvas sign for 5 seconds, and align your weeded design over your canvas, and gently press it against the canvas. Now press the vinyl to the canvas for 30 seconds. Once done, flip the canvas sign over and press it from the back for another 15 seconds. And then once it's all pressed, allow the liner to cool to the touch and gently remove it from your design. Didn't that turn out great? So fun and easy, right? And just think, now that you know all of the techniques, you can use what you learned to apply permanent or iron-on vinyl to so many different gifts this holiday season, or for that next birthday or that next special occasion, or start a small business. Now, if you have any questions about any of these amazing, quick and easy projects that I didn't answer here, or anything else craft related that I can help you with, please let me know. Leave your question below this video or ask over at our crafters group at jennifermaker.com/CricutCrafters. I love to help and see you succeed. And that's it for today. Until next time, this is Jennifer Maker reminding you to craft a life you love.